FM delivers the most important stories of the day. Max FM, your hit music radio station, captivates listeners daily across Lagos and Abuja, making every commute more enjoyable. Adaba 88.9 FM is not left out, as it is the voice of Southwest. And on TVC Digital, we reach 2 million viewers daily. All together, pulls in over 17 million viewers daily. Contact us on 0707-272-8338 or marketing at tvccommunications.tv. Partner with TVC Communications today. Let's grow together.
The time has come to experience the power of faith, music, and praise. This is the Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. Tune in to catch the pulse-pounding beats and soul-stirring melodies that will elevate your faith and leave a lasting impact on your heart. The Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. exclusively on Max FM, where we count down the best 20 urban gospel hits from around the world. Get your praise on. You're my provider. You're my provider.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Welcome to Your View. I am Murayo Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the ladies with me. Hello, Damilola Dvanire.
Merry Christmas to you. You look very fabulous in white and gold. I mean, that combination is just regal.
Heavenly.
Heavenly. Exquisite. That's the word.
You look gorgeous, too.
I mean, I came in Christmas color. Yes. If it's red and green, where's not Gomaji, it's just Christmas. So I hope we're doing well. It's been a lot of stress for me as I just drove in from Ikorodu this morning. Had to just go home, change my clothes. And my partner was there begging me that, don't sleep, oh. Just have your bath and go to work. Don't sleep. Don't even put your body on the bed. I say, work must be done.
You have to drive yourself.
I had to drive myself. I just dropped my kids, pa. And I'm still having birthday photo shoots today. This same today, like this, only me today. But tomorrow I'm going to off my phone. Nobody will call me except it's money. Please find me. I'm available.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Hello, Uwe Baloga. How you doing?
I'm fine. Like you said, you're looking so good.
Thank you. Christmas. We just tried to dress up.
I never been seen to looking so shimmering. So for me, I just woke up with gratitude, to be honest. I'm just grateful to God for 2024. A lot of things I wanted to achieve this year. I achieved some and some I didn't achieve. but still, I'm just so grateful. 6 more days for the new year, and we're optimistic that the new year will come with so much blessing. So what I did for my children, so what I usually do is that every Christmas, I try to bring in Santa. So I grew up having different Santa grottos here and there.
Yeah.
And then take us there.
Yeah.
Santa, then we give you. But I just noticed that we don't have that now. It's done. So what I do is that I bring Santa home. So before then, I will send Santa a message. See, my daughter, she cries when she's bathing. She does not eat. So I just write some of the things that she does well, as well as the things that she doesn't do well. And then when Santa comes, Santa will be like, oh, you're naughty, you're this. And then
like a real Santa comes?
A real Santa. Oh, yes. And I've done this for like 4 years now.
Oh, Mommy makes it happen. That's great.
He's 4.
So they knock on the door and they come.
Oh, yes, from the gate. He's actually just ringing at his bell. Merry Christmas. So yesterday she was surprised. Usually the Santa comes in on the 25th. But I was like, no. She already knows that Santa will come. So I said, please, Santa, come 24th.
Wow.
So she was just misbehaving. And then Santa just opened the door.
In the act. I'm sure she would have frozen.
Oh
and before then, she was already shouting, Mommy, I want Peppa Pig Playhouse, Peppa Pig Playhouse. I was like, okay, don't worry, Santa will bring it. And then when Santa came, Santa brought it. I just love to see.
I love their reaction.
And I love the fact that when Santa left, she was like, Mommy, so Santa was watching me. You told me that I should be good.
Oh, that's the children.
But I love it. Yeah. I absolutely love it. I mean,
but I know that when she gets to like 10 years, I won't be able to do this.
Who knows? You know, like my mommy, I don't planning this.
The things you want her to know by then, she would have known.
How come it's only our house and this one always comes?
I just love the feeling. I love the fact that I'm actually giving them a good Christmas experience.
Yeah, beautiful. You know, interesting. My daughter was complaining that this is our Christmas. It's just very horrible. There's nothing in this house. You know, our tree doesn't look as fine as the next neighbor's tree. It's very, very dope place. There's no gift. When I was younger, there was gift under the tree. Right now, there's no gift. Everything just looks like, well, it's the season, no vex. Maybe another one, another Christmas will come. This one, no, I'm not in that mood. How are you doing, Obiajulu?
Great. Your stories are just so inspiring. So funny. I usually decorate my house for Christmas. So I decorated. Last year, we had a very full house. My brothers from all over the country came in. We're cooking. It was so much fun. And my little daughter told me that, Mommy, this is the best Christmas I've ever had. Thank you for bringing family. So this year, me, in my own mood, I was not in the mood for anybody. I did not invite anybody, though I decorated my house. A friend of mine came in a few days ago. I was like, how many people are coming to your house? I said, nobody was invited. She said, and you decorated your house? I said, yes, for me. Because I walked in and I loved how my house felt.
I like that.
For me. I'm not decorating for any other person. And I told my children, this Christmas is an intimate Christmas. We're going to cook together. We're going to eat together. We're going to bond together. Everybody, just 6 of us with my help. All of us together. Nobody's invited. So it's strange to them. This is the first time I'm going to be having this kind of Christmas. But I just want them to know that it's okay too to be by yourself.
Compact family.
This year has been good.
I like it. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually enjoying, because my help left about a week ago. I'm enjoying my kitchen. I'm enjoying my house. I'm enjoying cooking. I'm enjoying that the kids are involved with their well, my friends are like,
honestly,
trust me, I am loving it. I actually love the fact that I wake up in the morning to this. Today, right, we're having an English breakfast.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not around, so I've told them what to do. How to cook the baked beans, the eggs, the sausages, the bacon. You know, I've explained it to them. Hopefully, when I get home, I'll see my own plates of English breakfast. Then, yes, so lunch we're having jollof rice and turkey. I seasoned that turkey since Saturday. You know, marinated, and so we're doing. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know how long it's going to be like this.
Exactly.
For now, I'm enjoying this, just no help in the house. I think it's fun. Okay, so it's Christmas today. Please, we don't want to... We know Nigeria is not easy. Please, let's not stress about Nigeria today. Let's focus on the beautiful Christmas day, the gift of the season. Okay, we're going to break. When we come back, we'll try to find out what's going on in the papers. We just sprinkle a bit and then come back and celebrate. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
else, we're going to start with the nation. No, the nation is not here today. For whatever reason, Christmas Day, they're on break. I don't know what happened. The Punch. Christmas, low-key celebrations as prices soar. Traders lament poor sales. Picture story here. Travelers at the Murtala Mohammed Airport in Keja trying to travel to their various destinations. Defamation, LPDC declines to disbar. Farotimi activist leaves prison. Sharia court inauguration suspended as Makinde intervenes. On his ex-queen orders to spend Christmas New Year in Agodi prison. Thousands throng Abuja, Lagos parks, but Tinubu's reduced fares. Interpol declares 14 Nigerians wanted for human and drug trafficking. Doctors demand 70-year-old retirement age in new fake memo. And AFG workers face gloomy Christmas over delayed December salaries. Okay, story?
Yeah.
I have the one for the ex-queen, Oni's ex-queen, orders to spend Christmas and New Year in Agodi prison. And this is a Chief Magistrate Court 1 sitting in Iyagoku, Ibadan, Oyo State on Tuesday ordered the remand of an ex-wife of the Oni of Ife, Naomi Shilepola, the Chief Executive Officer of Agidigbo FM, Muriyomi Hamzat, and the Principal of Islamic High School, Bashoru Abdullahi Fasasi, at the Agodi Correctional Center. And this, after issuing the remand order, the presiding Chief Magistrate Olabisi Ogunkomi adjourned the case till January 13th, 2025, meaning that the defendants will spend Christmas and New Year in custody. The police had arrested them last week after children Christmas fun fair they organized at the venue, Shilekola 31, Oriyomi 51, and Abdul Fasasi 56, after the stampede that killed 35 children.
Really sad story.
Pretty sad.
Yes. So civil servants under the employment of the federal government are facing low-key Christmas celebrations following the delay in payment of their December 2024 salaries. The Punch also learns that federal workers suffered delayed salaries in November 2024, which was in the papers. So they had to find out, and they said that many federal workers received their November 2024 salaries during the second week of December. Now, multiple sources within the civil service also told them that the fault came from the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, while other people said that the delay was as a result of migration to the new platform for payments. So speaking on the delayed salaries, one of the correspondents who visited the Federal Secretariat on Tuesday morning met with a few civil servants who expressed their grievances over the matter. And they spoke, saying that, to be very honest, many of them will not be able to travel this year because their November salaries came in very late. Before they collected the money, they had collected BC, and they used the money to pay the BC. So they were expecting that in December it would be a lot different. Till now, they haven't gotten their salaries. But the government has responded, and he said that they have started making the payments already. They have given the go-ahead for the payments to be made, and so people should just be a bit more patient. They will receive their money very soon, and hopefully be able to celebrate a bit.
Okay. You have a story? Go ahead.
Yes, I have the one concerning the prison because according to information on the Punch newspaper, they said the federal government has proposed a budget of 38 billion on grants to feed inmates in the Nigerian custodian centers in 2025. Now, part of the things that they initiated to do for 2025 is to improve the facilities, prison facilities, to ensure that there is enough food for prisoners. Also, there's allocation for uniforms and clothing. There's allocation for medical supplies. There's allocation for security. There's allocation for equipment, vehicles, and a lot of things they've actually put in. And they said that this project is part of the government's long-term plan to modernize the prison system and increase capacity. Actually very good, apart from the fact that we are complaining of the capacity of our prisons. Some people are there who are waiting trial for years. I still like the fact that they are thinking about how the welfare of the prisoners.
Okay. So I have the news from Oyo State. So the Supreme Council of Sharia, Oyo branch, has announced on Tuesday the indefinite postponement of its plans to inaugurate a Sharia court in Oyo State. The postponement followed widespread outcry against the planned Sharia court in Oyo. And in the broadcast message by the state governor, Seyi Makinde, he acknowledged this planned Sharia court and attended controversy. But he was saying that according to him, he wants things to be done according to the law. According to him, he said that I swore to uphold our laws and the Constitution of Nigeria. So if their actions are within the law, that's fine. But if it's not, I will do everything. I will insist that the law must be followed. The planned Sharia court inauguration was to take place in Oyo State with prominent figures such as the Basharun of Oyo Land, High Chief Yusuf Akiade Olayinka, and Are Musulumi of Oyo Land, Alhaji Yakti Chief Tajuddin Abdul Hamed. So quite a number of people are supposed to be there, but it's been put on hold because of all the issues we've had on social media. We'll see how that goes. Let's go on a short break now. We'll come back and continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Champs, they use energy at school.
Your champs need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast.
It has nutrients that support energy release. Milo!
Season's greetings. The year 2024 has been one of its kind on all levels of our lives. We salute your resilience and continued loyalty to your rich food. With a wide range of proudly Nigerian products and services, and not only promotes healthy living, but also creates thousands of jobs for the good life of our people and the growth of our economy. As we look back to 2024 and look forward to 2025, celebrating the state of Nigeria, we want to sincerely thank our esteemed customers, distributors, and partners, including but not limited to the ShopRite, FreshRite Superstores, Agagan Diocese of Amity and Newi, Covenant University, the Catholic Diocese of Onitsha, Next Cash and Carry, Babcock University, Jendol Stores, Prestige Stores, Sahad Stores, Market Square, Prisebano Supermarket, Buka Huts, Spa Supermarket, Black Bell Restaurant. The taste of Nigeria is a taste of celebration, the taste of a goodwill, the taste of a good cooking. So from all of us at the Rich Food, cook right, eat right, friends and family, for a good health this festive season and beyond. Buy Made Nigeria, buy Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
We don't like to eat better, more nutritious meals, more veggies, but we want it tasty and easy too. Knorr Cubes, that's the secret. Made with real ingredients like chicken, parsley, and garlic, and enriched with iron, so your meals are better for you and more delicious too. That's the cocoa. Let's give it some accolades. Change your world by changing what's on your plate.
Let me ask you a question. What's holding you back? Is it the pressure of your job? The demands of your education? Or your ability to connect with the world? Is it the access to the right information? Are you lost? Is it your location? Or where you live? Or how far you are away from the opportunities? Maybe it's your language, your culture, or your traditions. Again, I ask you, what's holding you back?
Unlimited data from Airtel 5G Smart Connect. Whoever, wherever you are, stay connected. Stay limitless. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Thanks for staying with us. Moving on now to Daily Sun. Christmas, Tinubu, governors, clerics preach love and peace. Hardship, Tinubu's media chat confirms federal government insensitivity, says PDP. Chief of Army Staff gives troops ultimatum to improve oil production in Niger Delta. Governor Diri exposes illegal oil bunkers. Alleged defamation. LPDC rejects Afe Babalola's request to revoke Dele Farotimi's practicing license. In Southeast, AFS hit 400,000 naira one way. Oh my God.
Oh, I have the story. So AFS to the Southeast, they say has surged exponentially with economic class hitting 400,000 naira. They said they had to go and compare to see what was happening. They said Anambra, Enugu, and Imo states have recorded the highest ticket costs, reflecting a significant disparity in what passengers traveling to the Southeast for the Yuletide had to pay compared to those traveling to other parts of the country. For instance, they said United Nigeria Airline website shows that a one-way, one-hour flight on an economy seat from Abuja to Anambra on Friday, December 27, cost 400,000 naira. An hour flight from Abuja to Benin on the same day cost 115,000 naira. A one-way flight on economy seat from Abuja to Enugu on the same airline on Wednesday, that's December 26, 300,000 naira. Another flight from Abuja to Lagos, 95,000 naira. Another one from Abuja to Port Harcourt, 125,000. Just one way. So if you are going to return, an hour flight from Abuja to Owerri, Friday, December 27th is 300,000 naira. From Abuja to Bayelsa is 150, just one way. So they went around to compare all of these costs, and they are saying that it's a lot for many people. A lot of people are not able to travel, for the Christmas using airfares. So they will likely have to either go with the one that government is doing, public bus, or kuku stay at home. Send things to your people.
Yeah, simple.
And
they can see you through FaceTime or WhatsApp.
WhatsApp videos and all of that.
That bonding now, do it online. No time for physical bonding.
Medium-sized broiler chicken, which was selling for 15,000 last year. This year, it was selling for 80,000. No, 50,000 last year, and they said this year is actually selling for 80,000 naira. So a lot of traders are just lamenting, they're complaining that people are not coming to buy. People will not buy because there's no money in the economy.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no money for people to buy things.
Man, people are still partying. There's no money. As they're lamenting, there's no money.
No, the thing is
every nook and cranny, I'm seeing parties.
People that are partying, those that came from America, from London, from their currency is actually working.
Which data do you have that is giving us that one?
Because I went out.
Some of our people have already planned.
Some people are partying. I mean, I agree with you.
December, you can't.
You're absolutely correct. Things are hard. People are struggling. But as they're struggling, some people are there. And I'm wondering, are we in the same country? Because I'm thinking to myself, I could have sworn that I couldn't afford. I'm happy that I'm medication now because I'm cooking my stew and I'm managing my pepper.
Yes.
Usually, so they need to protect the oil, the infrastructure in the Niger Delta. According to him, he's there to charge them to understand they must safeguard all four of our oil infrastructure in the Niger Delta and that they must do it well. And he says that I am your father, and as your father, I beg you to do what is correct. Now, as your leader, if you do not do what is correct, you'll be in soup. So he has really given them the charge that they have to ensure that, because, I agree that that's our mainstay. We must protect our infrastructure because the government is spending so much money to fix this infrastructure. And people are still destroying it. Okay, any other story in Daily Sun? Let's move on quickly now to Vanguard. Telecom sector gasps for breath as travels mount. Christmas, Tinubu Akpabio governors orders preach message of hope and restoration in Nigeria. Tinubu's media chat confirms APC's insensitivity. Disconnection from Nigeria, says PDP. Yuletide, federal government kicks off 50% road transportation fare discount. Ibadan Stampede, ex-queen Naomi Oriyomi, others remanded in prison. 5 airlines face penalties over disruptions and violations, says NCAA. And Customs NMDPRA shut down 20 stations over fuel smuggling. Okay, which story?
Yeah, so the Minister of Transportation, Senator Said Al-Khali, has kicked off the 2024 Yuletide Road Transport Palliative as luxury bus owners and transporters commenced the implementation yesterday. So in a statement by Olujimi Oyetomi, Director Press and Public Relations in the Ministry, the Minister directed the leadership of road transportation unions, including Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria, that's RTIN, National Union of Road Transport Workers, NURTW, God is Good Motors, an association of luxury bus owners of Nigeria, to ensure that their palliative buses were moved to the designated loading points earlier yesterday, that's December 24th, yeah. So he directed the transport firms to commence movement of Nigerians who seek to take advantage of the palliative to join their loved ones across the country for Christmas. And he said that he regretted that the scheme was taken off late adding that the delay was due to some logistic issues which have now been sorted. So he says Nigerians who intend to use this scheme from Abuja to take off from Eagle Square by 6 a.m., while those who are taking off from Lagos are to use Oshodi Terminal 3 for those on northern routes and Oshodi Terminal 2 for those on southern routes. So time for daily takeoff is 6 a.m. However, some of the participating luxury buses are taking off by 6 to 7 p.m. daily from Oshodi, Lagos. Now, passengers intending to take advantage of this transport palliative should know that they'll be required to pay 50% of the cost that they would otherwise pay. So the government is taking care of 50%. So he said, please, you people should not rush. There's limited number of vehicles for this. So do to get there on time and, so that we don't have unpleasant surprises with all this rush that we do. And, they went ahead to mention the routes. I think there's time for me to go to all the routes that they have mentioned. But then all the other luxury buses have also joined in this one. So just find the designations and go if you have to travel to the village.
I have EFCC boss urges Nigerians to embrace corruption-free future. And this one is saying that the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Mr. Ola Olukayode, has called for a corruption-free Nigeria. He also emphasized the importance of embracing values such as integrity, truth, and liberty in the fight against corruption. Speaking yesterday in Abuja, Olukayode urged Nigerians to align with the ideals of light, joy, hope, and truth that the Christmas represents, which he believes are crucial in achieving a zero-tolerance approach to corruption. Wishing all Nigerians a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance. He also stressed that the collective effort of all stakeholders are pivotal in realizing a prosperous and corruption-free nation. In his words, I deeply believe in prospects of our nation for growth and development. We can make Nigeria greater if we embrace the values of light, joy, hope, truth, and liberty that Christ brought to the world, which are significant pathways and integrity to contribute in zero tolerance of corruption.
Okay. Can we quickly talk about the sanctions? Yes. Now, they said the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, has initiated enforcement action against 5 airlines, 2 international and 3 domestic operators for various violations of the Part 19 of the NCAA regulations. Now, according to them, they said this had to do with non-payment of refunds within the stipulated time frame, non-responsiveness to the NCAA's directives, missing luggage, manhandling luggage, short-landed baggage, delayed and cancelled flights, and many others. Now, just to let us know, according to information, some of the airlines affected by this sanction include Ethiopia Airways, Royal Maroc Airways, Arik Air, Aero Contractor, and Air Peace. Talking about delayed flights, it's something that we need to actually pay attention to. I don't understand.
It's like 5-hour, 6-hour delays.
And nobody's saying anything to anybody.
I traveled to Abuja on Friday, and on Thursday, my flight was supposed to be like 2:35. We traveled around 7:05.
Imagine that.
Nobody came to apologize.
Nothing.
And the same thing when I was coming back to Lagos too. My flight was supposed to be 3. We left Abuja around 8.
I can tell you the airline. I can almost don't mention.
Yes,
you know the airline. We know them.
Then I think one time when I traveled, I followed one of these international airlines that they mentioned here. Until now, my luggage, I'm still looking for it.
Imagine that.
Yes. So I really think they should follow up with this sanction, to be honest.
Okay, so in the move to curtail smuggling, we discussed this several times on the show. So the Nigerian Customs Service, in collaboration with the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Agency, NMDPRA, they shut down 20 filling stations across the nation. I think they were able to get about 6 in Lagos, 10 in Sokoto Kebbi Expressway, and they've all been sealed, and they got also 5 stations revoked their licenses. So many of these, as you know, they buy fuel and then they smuggle out of the country. And we're trying to figure out how many liters do we actually use within our country. So, but if we keep smuggling, we won't be able to determine that. So the customs and NMDPRA are working seriously to ensure they shut down all those illegal stations that are smuggling our petroleum, refined petroleum, out of our nation. So, I mean, he said that the several suspected fuel smugglers have been arrested and are currently facing prosecution in courts nationwide. That's good news for me. Okay, our final paper this morning, Nigerian Tribune. We don't have much time on it, but let's see. NCAA sanctions. Oh, we don't have time. Sanctions 5 airlines for violating passengers' rights. Benue governor declares 2 weeks holiday, and customs dismantle checkpoints to facilitate trade combat smuggling. Unfortunately, we can't take any of the stories because we're out of time. Let's go on a short break now. When we come back, we'll have our first guest to join us to share with us the reason for the season. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Time is game on. Meet my Sure Bet Game Changer, made from natural ingredients to deliver game-changing chicken aroma and taste for my whole team.
Mom, why did we not use this before?
Upgrade your chicken game with game-changing chicken flavor from Maggi Chicken.
My champs, they use energy at school.
Your champs need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast.
It has nutrients that support energy release.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Captain Sandra speaking. Right now, we are flying from Lagos to United Kingdom. We'll be taking off in
10 minutes. Strap in your seatbelt and get ready for the air ride.
Every kid is amazing at something, but we call amazing kids Amazinators.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrity.
Thanks for staying with us. What's a Christmas without understanding the reason for the season? So joining us to discuss the reasons why we're celebrating and the significance of Christmas is the lead pastor of Spirit Chapel International Church, Pastor Biodun Oladele. Welcome to the show, sir.
Good morning, Mariah.
Good morning.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me.
Good morning, BC, Damian, Hui. Thank you for having me this morning.
Good morning. When I said lead, when I saw lead pastors, hey, this is our part. We are getting younger and younger per day. I mean, how has it been, you know, as a man of God, pastor? How long have you been pastoring?
Thank you. I've been pastoring for over 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't look it at all.
And you know, pastoring is such a tasking job.
Right.
is such a demanding thing, is such an involving thing.
Okay.
And the only thing is you have to know how to manage yourself, manage your health, manage your... Be intentional about what you're doing.
Right.
Intentional about ministry, intentional about family, intentional about your health, intentional about every dream and aspiration you have. If you're able to manage that very correctly, it will impact on your being, on your personality, to impact even on your outlook.
Right.
Because for so many people, they are not intentional.
Yeah.
Yes, they just believe that God is going to do it, and let's see as it goes.
I just had to just mention, because you look pretty young. That's why I had to just request. There you guys, this is only...
Not really as young.
I know, you look it, but I know you're not that long. But tell us.
The Holy Spirit is refreshing him.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
I will agree. I will agree to that.
New every morning.
I will agree
Right, so
to
let's
that.
come to the issue of Christmas.
Thank
Do you
you.
want to start with the first question?
So what's the message for this season? Because I think we need a reminder. Many people get into the frenzy of we have to eat Christmas chicken, we have to buy the new clothes, we have to decorate our houses, we have to travel to the village, and we lose the significance of the season. So I would like you to remind us why we are celebrating what we're celebrating and how we should celebrate what we're celebrating right now.
Thank you very much. I will bring something to our consciousness, and that's the fact that there are two very important seasons of life: the time of birth and the time of departure from this world. According to our belief as Christians, we believe in the significance of these two seasons of life, when one is born and when one departs from this world. And if you look into the scriptures, you will notice that blessings always comes when people are born sometimes and when people depart. For instance, we have an instance in the Bible when Isaac said to Esau to go and get him venison so that he could bring blessings on him. And that is significant about what can happen when a gem, when someone who has capacity and stature is about to depart from this world. We have that even in a traditional setting. You could have a father wanting to go and wants to bring blessings on the children. That's very significant. Also, because of the season we are in right now, the birth of Jesus. When Jesus was born, several things happened to our world. First and foremost is the fact that the birth of Jesus brought peace to our world, and that's one of the significant things about our season now. We are celebrating the peace he brought to this world. We're celebrating the miracles that Jesus brought to this world. We are celebrating the graciousness that has happened to us because we have access to what is called eternal life. In scriptures before Jesus came, people related with heaven, but nobody ever related with God directly. The birth of Jesus brought us that opportunity where everyone can call God Father. People related with God in heaven, they believe there is a God in heaven. We had the times of the prophets in the Bible. But when Jesus came, he brought us that significance whereby we have access to relating with God as Father. And these are some of the things we are celebrating right now, especially the peace that he brought to this world. When the angels will say something about his coming, they said, peace on earth and goodwill to men. And that is something very significant about what is happening in our world today.
Now, talking about peace,
Yes.
we see what's happening, like you said, we see what's happening in our world today, especially in Nigeria. We see different things going on that can actually steal our peace. So, beyond Christmas, how do you think we can actually hold on and secure that peace which the birth of Jesus Christ has actually brought to us?
Thank you very much. One of the things I want us to catch when we speak about peace is, what does peace exactly mean? Does peace mean the absence of trouble, the absence of problems? Or does it mean a state of mind? Does it mean another thing from what people originally think peace means? For some people, they think peace means the absence of trouble, that everything is just going to be well. Even when God created the whole world, the Bible told us in Genesis chapter 1, the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And that's talking about a state of chaos. But the amazing thing is the fact that God was able to bring peace, which is what is very pivotal about our season. How that we can have peace in spite of the chaos in town, the chaos in the city. And how can we do that? We have to allow the message of this season to remain in our mind, in our consciousness, such that we know Jesus came to present peace to our world. And the value that thing has is this. Some things are not expected when you catch the revelation of who Jesus is, when you understand what he came to do, and you are able to secure that relationship with him. It will outlive this season. In other words, when things happen, our world is bound to have experiences of chaos because we are living in a cursed world. So much has happened over time. You know, we have the instances of what happened in the Garden of Eden and the curses that followed. There is no possibility that there won't be chaos in our world. But the joy is the fact that in spite of the chaos happening, we know we are secured and we'll have the peace of God.
Okay, I'd like for you to probably put light in this, on this Christmas celebration as regards origin of Christmas. It's been something that we've dragged back and forth. I've seen some men of God say, oh, the origin of Christmas was not biblical, it came from this place and that place. And saying that they are also Christians. And I think the entity that binds us as Christians is Christ, through Jesus. So how do we balance, oh, Christmas is not supposed to be for Christians, or Christians are celebrating Christmas? Where do we stay in all of this? The pagan celebration, the Roman celebration, and all of that. So how do we balance? How do we synchronize?
Thank you very much. For me, I'm going to want our audience to understand that it is not the birthday of Jesus we are celebrating. It is the birth of Jesus. There is a difference between the two. We are not actually trying to celebrate the day he was born. We are celebrating the significance of his coming, which is more important than the day he was born. One of the things causing the divide is the fact that people want to say that he was not actually born December. That's exactly true. Jesus was not born December. But the truth is the fact that the way Christianity came, some people imbibed the Christian culture and the grace and the message of Christianity. And as a result of that, they decided that, okay, let's celebrate the coming of Jesus, because when you read several historical perspectives, you're going to be having different people say maybe it came October, some said February, some said March. You have a lot of things. So what we have decided to do is let's look for a day. Jesus is worth celebrating. His presence on earth is worth celebrating. And we cannot say, okay, let's take March, let's take October, let's take June. Let's do it in such a way that, and look at the beautiful time Christmas has been given. This December 25 is so significant. And you know, there is something, while growing up, there is something about the Christmas atmosphere. Even the weather, everything is talking Christmas. It aligns. Yes, and it aligns with the message for the season. The peace and the atmosphere. In the morning, you wake up with a very good weather. You slept and the heat and all that is not disturbing. Everything just speaks Christmas. And that's one beautiful and significant thing about it. So it's not about the day. It's about the fact that we are celebrating the birth of Jesus. And that was why I started and I said that there are blessings that comes when someone is born.
Okay, so as we wrap up with you, sir, just one final goodwill message to Nigerians today that we're celebrating, and just what we said, these are hard. People need some kind of something to encourage, and you know, at this time. So just give a message to Nigerians as we're celebrating Christmas today.
Well, my message to Nigerians is that I want us to have hope. I want us to be hopeful about tomorrow. Everything will not remain the way it is. I believe the government is doing a lot, and God has promised us that my peace I give to you, not as the world giveth. And I want us to be assured that things are going to get better. I'm very hopeful about 2025. It will be quite better than this year. I believe in what God is doing. I believe in what the government is doing. And I know everything will turn out well. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pastor.
You too, Pastor.
All right, let's go on a short break. There you have it. Hope is that's the word for the season. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
At break time, when my champ needs to keep going, he's going to need his favorite snack, containing calcium, iron, and fiber.
Milo and snacks.
This is on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regular.
So let me go and look for my jam results. So
my 20 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go.
That's all we can take.
I choose to close the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1, Unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back?
You should start the gym to get fat.
Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference?
There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make your relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too.
Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the better? You Jesus. What is it?
That woman.
Bam!
Yeah,
today we'll go here.
Hey.
Let's catch up now.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay good. Entertainment for pure entertainment. Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.youtube.com/TVC Entertainment. Join the fun.
Thanks for staying with us. Our first guest this Christmas Day is a woman who's made history contesting for Miss Universe Nigeria, stepping onto the global stage at the Miss Universe 2024 pageant in Mexico. With her elegance, intelligence, and unwavering determination, she earned the prestigious first runner-up position, becoming the first Nigerian to achieve this honor. Her remarkable performance also garnered her the title of Miss Universe Africa and Oceania, cementing her legacy as a symbol of representation and resilience. Welcome with us, Chidima Vanessa Onwe Adeshina. Welcome to the show. Good to have you.
It's really beautiful.
So, I mean, we know you've been around a bit, and you know that you've been back home some time now. And we're proud of the work you've done, because, you know, we first heard about you during the thing that happened in South Africa, where you were not allowed, we would say, to go all the way for the pageant. And that sort of got us worried on this part of the continent. And we discussed it on the show, and we were quite concerned about the collective disruption of that process for you. Just as a reminder to some of our viewers who have no idea what happened, could you just give us a nutshell what happened, and then we'll just take it from there?
Okay, so basically, in a nutshell, I competed for Miss South Africa, where I made it through to top 16. And when I made it through to top 16, it became a huge spark where people were like, how is a Chidima South African, you know? So then people were not happy, or should I say South Africans were not happy, and felt like I wasn't a good representative for South Africa, and I was stealing a South African's spot, which I felt that was really unfair because I am also South African. And closer to the finale, unfortunately, certain things had to happen before, and a statement came out as well, which is the reason why I had to withdraw from the competition.
So for clarity, how are you a South African?
I was born in South Africa.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, to Nigerian parents?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, so that was just basically what happened, and then I got the opportunity to come and represent Nigeria in Miss Universe Nigeria, and that's how
How did that make you feel when you came to Nigeria, knowing that there were other contestants who were ready for that position? Were you received wholeheartedly? Did you feel like some people were not really happy that you were coming to take their spotlight?
I was afraid at first because I saw a lot of comments where people were like, no, the girls had done the process, they've been there before me and everything. But I also feel like it wasn't unfair. I feel I also had my own fair share. I had to do the same process, even though it was a little bit different compared to everybody else, which I definitely understand, and I'm not going to be, you know, unrealistic about it, but I feel like I also had my own fair share, and I feel like I really also did my own part of the job to actually put myself there and make sure that I get that spot as well.
So what was the defining moment for you that propelled you to move forward? Because some people, with what happened in South Africa, they would have given up and said, well, let me just cover my shame. But then again, you came into Nigeria, you got into the pageant here, and then you moved on to Miss Universe. So what was the defining moment for you?
I think for me, as I am a fighter, I don't give up on anything, and I know I'm that type of person. If I say this is what I want and this is what I'm going to do, I'm definitely going to do it. So I think it's just that fuel and fight fire that I have with inside of me. So.
Okay, so at any point, did you feel that Nigerians had that pity party for you as our own over the South Africans' hate, the comments? Because some people also said, oh, it was because there was so much pity in the air, that's why she was able to clinch the crowd. And some people said, no, she walked in there, she did the job, and she deserved it. But did you think Nigerians pity? Did you feel the pity that Nigerians had for you and that overwhelming support? Did it get to you?
I wouldn't say it's a pity. I feel like Nigerians were really upset about what actually happened. I feel like a lot of the times people put Nigerians in a very bad light, and it's not a good thing for us to always say Nigerians are like this and Nigerians are like that, and that's the reason why I feel like there's such a huge conflict between South Africa and Nigeria. So I feel like Nigerians were just really upset about what really happened, and you know, they were just like, this is one of our own, so let's just take it up. And, yeah.
So you were raised in South Africa.
Yes.
You have South African friends. You went to school, primary, secondary school. That's like your life. So do you feel somewhat betrayed by all that happened? That, okay, these are my people. I mean, yes, Nigeria, you didn't, I mean, you have our name, your parents are Nigerians, yeah, but you didn't grow up in Nigeria. You're practically South African. So was there a sense of betrayal that these are my people? Why would they do this to me?
Yes, for sure, definitely. I'm not going to lie about it. I felt betrayed, I felt hurt about everything because, I mean, I've spent 23 years of my life in South Africa, so.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's look at the future. What are your plans for the future?
So obviously being crowned Miss Africa and Oceania, I'm really hoping that I can, you know, do a lot of projects, not only within Nigeria, but the whole of Africa as well. And not just only Africa as well, just collaborating with the rest of the queens in the Miss Universe as well. And also furthering my career in modeling, even though I said I'm done with pageantry, but I still want to see if there's like other opportunities open for me. But not only that, I would like to further spread on that message of unity and diversity, especially with South Africans and Nigerians. I don't know how, I don't know where, I don't know when, but I know that I will definitely do anything that I can to make sure that I can bring them together.
Yes, so we know that Beauty Queens always do have like a passion project, and I know you've talked about this peace and unity, but do you have something else that you're more passionate about, you like to be known for, aside from being a beauty queen and a model? And when people mention Chidinma, they mention she spoke for this, she worked for this, she did this for the community and the world. Do you have a passion project?
Yes, I do. So apart from just like spreading unity amongst Africans as well, I am really obsessed with kids. I feel like, you know, even though us as adults we grow and then we lose that sense of our childhood and the characteristics that we have as kids, I feel like that is something that I still want us to learn from it as well. So it's definitely bringing smiles to the faces of the kids as well, making sure that I can provide any means that I can when it comes to you know, going to charities and going to all these places and making sure that I can, you know, sort of better their lives. I don't know how, again, like I said, because this is also something that I really had to do very fast. It's just something that came up, but I'm just looking forward to.
Just quickly, now you are actually the current Miss Universe Africa and Oceania. I just want to know, because what does it entail being that?
I think it entails me basically being a representative for Africa. So it's all about representing not only Nigeria, but Africa as a whole. And anytime that there's something happening, we get to come together, and I will be the representative for all countries coming together.
So. That's great. But I would like to know, are you fully here in Nigeria? Have you relocated fully? Looking at what happened and the betrayal you felt, are you with us? We have you?
Yes, I am in Nigeria. I'm just obviously trying to find stability and find a place to call home. So no.
So let me just throw a relationship. The boys are coming. So how are you coping?
I'm not looking for a relationship.
Are you in one?
Right now?
I do not want to disclose it.
Thank God. Going back to what Dami said, so because as I said, it's hard to detach, I would say personally, from a place you've been 23 years. So do you plan to continue ties in South Africa? Because I like to believe that you have friends and businesses, opportunities could be there. Because, I mean, it is one of the largest economies in Africa. So we can't totally say you want to detach. I mean, so what are your plans? Do you plan to have one leg in, one leg out, or you just fully now Nigerian?
No, I am obviously going to still find opportunities if there is any in South Africa, not just because of everything that happened. I'm not going to have like a very bitter heart or anything. If there's an opportunity, I'll definitely take it. And also my family is still in South Africa as well, so.
Oh yeah, fantastic. Good.
I think for clarification, fans on YouTube, they're actually asking, Adeshino doesn't sound Igbo. Chidinma is Igbo, and they really want to know if somebody said her mom is South Africa. I say, Awol says she can't abandon South Africa. So which is the tribe, so that we can get clarification?
I am Igbo. I'm from Enugu State.
Okay.
Okay.
So Chidinma Adeshino.
It's my dad's surname.
Wow. Fantastic. Cool. What was really nice. It was really nice having you on the show. We just wanted, because when the thing happened, your view definitely took it up. We carried the matter on our head, discussed it, and even the ladies on Pigeon also discussed it. And so we're happy that you're moving on, that you're doing well, and we just wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
Let's go on a short break now. We come back, we'll now move to the hot topic for today. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.youtube.com/TVC Entertainment. Join the fun. Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.youtube.com/TVC Entertainment. Join the fun.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
She said that she's a young widow, and she said that she's a young widow, and she alleged that her brothers-in-law, after her husband had passed, came into the house and locked up the door and tried to kick her out of her husband's house with her children. According to her, her husband's brothers did not meet her at home, so obviously they attacked her younger one who was in the house and locked up the house. She had to lean on the Nigerian police to get them to open up the door for her and get her and children back into the house. But she was going on and lamenting about the terrible experience she had to undergo as a young widow, having to deal with in-laws who wanted to take over her husband. We may begin to have different kind of conversations. So the question here is there any justifiable reason to do these things? That's the conversation. You can call us on 081-764-1679, 090-241-63440. You can also send us messages on X and also on YouTube. We'll be happy to read your messages. Ladies, as I said, this is a situation we are well familiar with. And most of us always try to support the woman. Because the truth is that why would you throw anybody out after X amount of years with a man? But if you also hear stories from the husband's family sometimes, they will give you different reasons. Oh, she did this. She killed her husband. Oh, she did that. The children are not the man's own. Or she used to be very rude to the wife, to their mother. She was this, she was a horrible person. They give you different stories. And then gets the question of, is that a justifiable reason to evict your brother's wife from her house? Who'd like to go?
I think, let me say, in my own opinion, if we are going to look at it to look at it holistically, I think that, yes, sometimes family members could be justified because having a family is between two of you. But when one party is no longer available, it becomes your word against the dead. Sometimes I've heard a case, very close home case, of the children not being for the man. Apparently, they had agreed. Can two people or more be if they do not agree? So apparently, the husband and the wife had an agreement that they would conceal it because the man couldn't perform. So it was a mutual understanding. Right. But apparently, in this case scenario, the man fell sick and he confided in his brother against the woman. So or after they had agreed. It was about 15 years, so he passed. So the brother stood on the fact that my brother had told me. At that point, the wife, you know, when you cannot defend, so she had so much betrayal for the dead. But we had agreed, but it was our decision for me to go out there, bring babies, and we will manage it. But now, she never had the idea that he was even ever going to tell the brother. Maybe in quotes, I thought, when I heard the story, because it was very close, so we all sat down, we were listening, and it was a lot of was flying up and down. And when I thought about it, I'm thinking that, is it that the man just lured her? Maybe he loved her for another reason and just wanted to keep her. Oh, you want children? Because how would two people agree?
But they're adults. Adults can agree.
That's what I'm saying.
But I hear you. But two full-blown adults sat down together and had an agreement. That's between them. Unfortunately, maybe they should have had the document to have it signed, so that both of them.
Because they didn't want it to get out. But you know that in the court of law now, like I have lawyer friends, it is agreed that once the man had accepted the children while he was alive, no family member can come and say otherwise. But how many family members will go to the court of law to prove? So they would do the jungle justice first. You understand?
So let me just tell you, first of all, for the woman in question, are you a good person? Because I have an in-law who, like what you said, this is like a true life story. I don't know how to...
yeah, it is a true life story.
I have an in-law who, along the line, we realized that the child that she had for my brother-in-law wasn't for my brother-in-law. And then eventually, my brother-in-law died. Nobody disturbed her. Because even whilst he was alive and they were living together, she was an amazing person to everyone. Not just to our in-laws, to everyone around us. She was always giving people things. She was always welcoming people home. She carried everybody like one family. That even now that the man has passed away, we still call her Iyawo. We still embrace the children. We still talk to her like she's still part of the family. So first of all, you should ask yourself, are you a good person? Now, just to give you a real life story, it happened to my own auntie. I knew growing up that she never allowed her children to mingle with her in-laws, the uncles, the aunties, the mother-in-law. She never allowed. She had her own reason, I don't know, to be honest. She just did not want them. According to her, when you carry in-law for house, you carry them, you show them love. When they want to show you shaky. So no, me, I give my distance. Everybody stay on your own. The man died. If you see what they did to this woman, they locked her up. This is from Benin. So that's why I like the fact that he said you should not even look at any tribe. Because this is like a Benin person. They locked her inside the room with the dead body for 3 days. Afterwards, I'm not even, any Benin person will understand what I'm saying. Afterwards, they washed the body of the man and they gave her to drink. So we were like, okay, if you know that you not kill your husband, after 3 days or 4 days, you will be okay, you will not die. But when you start falling sick, we'll know that yes, you have hand in it. And it's because she didn't embrace her husband's family. So yes, in as much as we keep on saying that it's not justifiable, there should be a law for widow, there should be this and that. But you, as a married woman, how well do you carry your husband?
Okay, I love this conversation so far. I like the angles. I love that we're seeing things from different perspectives. Bisi, I'll come to you because the truth is that even though, from Ui's perspective, if the woman perhaps was nicer, more accommodating, maybe they'll bend the rules for her such that in your own situation, the woman was, in other situations, the woman, maybe she's not very accommodating and they willing to down say, you know what, because of that, we are going to take back the house. We don't want you. Now, my question is, in the secular world, the reason why there's a law is that regardless, justice has no...
It has no eyes.
It's blind, right?
Blind.
Means that I don't care how nice, accommodating or not accommodating, the law is that you're a legal wife. As long as you're a legal wife, XYZ is the way you're treated. So how do we therefore marry our cultural beliefs with the law? How do we find a middle ground? Bisi, let me come to you because I'm hearing different angles. You're nice or you're not nice.
So I don't think it should have anything to do with your niceness or not niceness. Because I've seen situations where the woman was very nice, accommodated everybody. Their house was a go-to. By the time the husband died, their faces changed in
color.
Yes. It changed immediately. So it had nothing to do with her niceness, right? In fact, the nicer you are, Seth, is even worse. They are wicked people you are dealing with, because then they know everything about you. They know how to get
into.
And that's why some women get into marriage and they protect themselves. Like that person who you used as an example, distance herself. She may have seen something coming there, and then she's like, let me not give these people an opportunity to even know what I can do, so that they have a form of fear in case anything happens. So people make different decisions because of what they've seen, what they've experienced, maybe what their family members have experienced. Now, what I feel is people should be wary of families where their husband is the only breadwinner. It's usually a problem, where the whole family members are looking up to him. If he does not drop the bread, we will not eat. He has able-bodied brothers and cousins and uncles, and none of them are working. None of them are doing anything to elevate themselves. They are waiting on him. If anything happens to that man, you will be in trouble. I agree. And that's why the law must be there to protect such women. Because the truth is, when these families carry all of this nonsense fight, they're not thinking of the children, of their brother. They're not considering the children. So you drive her, you chase her. Maybe she's married to somebody who didn't allow her work in the first place. She's not earning her own money. And then you're not asking, how will my brother's children eat? It's about driving her away from the house, taking the properties and going to sell it. It's not like they're going to use the property to do anything meaningful. They sell it, they take their drinks and all of that. So you must be very intentional. You must be very careful. And also, as a woman, I always advise, you are in a family where it seems like everybody's relying on your husband, find a way to establish the rest. And I know that it could be a Herculean task, because you may have people who, they will collect money for business, they will squander it. They will come back to ground zero. Come back tomorrow. But do what you can do to the best of your ability to just settle them somewhat, so that in case they come back tomorrow, justice will prevail at the end of the day. And also protect your own wife. There's no reason why you have a wife who, her name is not in your paper. She doesn't have her own property. She doesn't have her own asset. There's nothing you have kept aside for her in case anything happens. And when we're having this conversation, the man would think like, you want me to quickly die? Why are you discussing will? Why are you discussing this? These are some of the things that you're in love with your wife will make sure that you have put in case, because you can never tell what your family will do when you are not there. Nobody can tell.
Let me go on a very short break. When we come back, I'll take a few calls. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At break time, when my champ needs to keep going, he's going to need his favorite snack, containing calcium, iron, and fiber.
Milo Snacks, snack of future champions.
Milo! Mealtime is game on. Meet my Sure Bet Game Changer, made from natural ingredients to deliver game-changing chicken aroma and taste for my whole team.
Mom, why did we not use this before?
Upgrade your chicken game with game-changing chicken flavor from Maggi Chicken.
Make your calls to all networks. Good day, say, not good day. Better day, better service, better network. Better outcome. Better service.
Wishing you a Merry Christmas, Nigeria. Glow.
Pack your bags. Betano is giving you the chance to win an all-expenses paid trip to the UK. Play with Betano and watch live big game of Aston Villa vs Tottenham at iconic Villa Park. Ready for an unforgettable football experience? Potato, proud partner of Aston Villa.
Hey, Nana! Again.
That's what we see.
Welcome, my friend.
Kids! Stop it, Abba!
Children.
I know, right? What you do? Your husband and children are looking good. See my own children.
Hi! I don't want to get belly again. I don't want to get belly again, no.
Nana, why not be Lydia IUD Smart? Lydia IUD Smart. Chicken, with Lydia IUD, you can have the children you can afford and space them between 5 to 10 years. And you can still give birth or remove it anytime you want. Just call 7790. That is the code to freedom and enjoyment. Enjoyment mistress. Thanks.
One choice, multiple styles. All big, all unique.
Thanks for staying with us. You see, where I want this conversation to go is to help us enlighten our minds to see things in a different way. Because let me give you two scenarios. In a secular world, and you're married to a man, maybe you're very rich, so the man is very rich, and you're a horrible woman. Let's just say that you brought 3 children that are outside and he's not aware. Excuse me. His siblings know. The man has a lot of money, and you're just a horrible wife. He finally dies. Right? In the secular world, everything belongs to you. Horrible or no horrible. Right?
Yeah.
Now, if that same scenario, if it was in Africa, the family of the man, knowing how terrible you are, want to fight to get their brother's property back. Now, looking at it that way, are we accepting the African way of fighting the family, saying, no, this woman does not deserve all this wealth our brother put together, because he has siblings who are still trying to go to school. We have other ones who we can help. This woman does not, because these 3 children are not his. She was not there. She just came in way after the man had his wealth, and the woman came in maybe 5 years after. So, I mean, let's just find the worst case scenario. So she's coming to reap where she did not sow.
Coming to go deep.
Coming to go, and there's a legal document binding them. So the family now feels that no, I'm sorry, this man has died, just 10 years of marriage. We must take the house back. And as I said, in the secular world, she's not your business. She's the legal wife. She takes it all. In Africa, are we going secular, or we're saying, listen, we're going to take it back? That's the conversation I want us to have. Because when we are looking away and say, don't go into that marriage because there's a document there. We say, no, we have to, because that man's wealth must go back to the family. So where do we find a middle ground? That's the conversation I want to have, because every side feels they are justified to get that woman out. The woman says, I am the wife. I will stay here regardless of what you say. The family says, no, we're not letting you stay here. So where do we find the middle ground? Are we as Africans, must we learn to lick our wounds that the wife, let her collect everything. There's nothing we can do about it. Can we lick our wounds and move on as Africans? Or can we say we are going to take back our brother's wealth?
I think at this point we need to start licking our wounds. Because if the man has chosen this woman, to be the woman to show him pepper is his choice. The money he made is his money. The brothers and the family members should not interfere in the money he has made. If it's family wealth, there's a way they do it. Getting into the family, you are made to understand that this is family wealth. This business was inherited from the father. From the father is a family business.
There's always a sharing formula.
Exactly, there's a sharing formula. From the beginning, if they want to add you into the sharing formula, they will add you. You have your shares. even if it's in the local way where it's not about shares and all of that, there's a way they put you in the business. This thing comes to you monthly and all of that. Now our family gets them. There's always a matriarch or a patriarch who is still calling the shots. You know that you don't have a free hand on that. So that handles it. But if it's not family business, it is his personal business. And he has chosen you, the gold digger, you, the Jezebel. He chose you. They did not give him wife. He decided that this is one I want to be showing me shege for the rest of my life. Why are you bothered about it? That's one. Secondly, the entitlement is where I have a problem. Can women and men begin to raise their children to mind what they can give themselves? Don't plan your family in another person's pocket, because that's where it starts happening. You have an elder brother who is doing so well. You, that you are the younger brother, you are not doing as well. You are not even making sure that you want to do as well. You are planning the number of children you want to have because there's an uncle that will pay their fees. There's an uncle that will send them money. There's an uncle that will do this. There's an uncle that will do that. And so when the uncle now goes, you put all your frustration on the wife. That's, you are the one that killed this person, whether the woman killed the person or not. In terms of bringing children from outside, did the man not see that the children were from outside? He saw it. He accepted it. He loved them while he was alive. So why are you fighting what he did not fight when he was alive?
Let me take this call from Ruth. I'll come to you, Dami. Rotimi, thanks for holding your live.
Good morning, Mariah. Compliment of the season to all.
Compliments to you too.
Thank you. This topic is a very interesting topic. But first of all, in Nigeria, we've always advised couples, especially male, during the pendency of their marriage, the statutory marriage, we have always advised for men and women to always put their will.
Need some volume, please.
They should always put up their will. It is very, very important. Death can come at any time. Traditionally, in this part of our own world, in Yoruba land, mostly when a man dies, the elders in the family are the ones that decide what actually happens. But once it is a statutory marriage, a marriage that happens in court, that's why you see most ladies of this day, they prefer going through registry instead of the traditional, original marriage. Once there is a will that binds the, what transpires in the man's estate after the demise of the man, the family cannot do such. And mostly, this thing affects ladies. Most of them get carried away by what they enjoy with the man. Advise your man. I, as a woman, can also advise myself and get a lawyer and get a will. It is neither here nor there, because anything can happen to both. Like this senator that died, nobody knows that Senator Ifeanyi Uba will have died. It's a senator, it's a very wealthy man. Nobody heard of his sickness. Just briefly, we just heard his death. There are so many sudden deaths like that. We advise young men, as you are growing, once you have a statutory marriage, prepare your will on how your property should be divorced.
Thank you very much, Rotimi. You know, tell me, there's this conversation of obeying the rule of law. You tell our politicians they don't obey. They will tell you to go to EFCC, will call you, remind you, to call you, they won't answer. You know, and we see the politicians do that, and we complain, oh, look at them, they never obey. And exactly, we do the same thing. It is a legal document between two adults. The least we as Nigerians can do is respect that document. Now, unfortunately, if it's such that it doesn't benefit you, you just have to leak that. That's my own personal view. However, how, therefore, because I know of a family who are legally binded. Unfortunately, the man passed. In fact, she's the third wife. The first wife died, second wife I think also died or something like that. So she's the third wife. And the first and second wife, there was no legal document. It was just traditional marriage. She had been married, I think, 20 years into the marriage, where someone was saying, Auntie, you better go and do this thing documented. Then she was so, and she told the man said, okay, and he was already old. She said, okay, sure, let's just do something. And they did it. Like 10 years after, the man died. Now, the children of the first two wives, they were very convinced that there's no document. So, of course, they came ready to... And they were already doing... And the woman was just smiling. Like, I don't get joker now, all these people. Eventually, when she brought out the document, everybody just rested. Because they knew that there was nothing they could... I mean, they now you had to align. So, there is that. Some will still contest it. Some people will still contest it, I know, but you see... Again, how do we ensure that Nigerians across board respect document legal marriage.
I think that's ensuring it will be difficult.
It's hard, yes.
It will be very
hard.
Why?
The chances are
we
very
expect our
slim
leaders, we expect our politicians to.
People are the enemy of people. It's people that know that this is bush and they will tell you come and pass there. Because they know that they want you to perish as you are going like that. That's it. A lot of all of this, if we look at families, let's look at, okay, the men that passed. Most of them have confidence as their brothers, their nephews, and some of these people. But because some things are not clear to the wife, so when they pass, it's always, oh, he told me this. Oh, she told me that. Oh, this was my brother's final words. Against who? Now, the only person that can contest is gone, way gone, long gone. But now I remember there was this topic about widows that I actually had a lawyer as a guest on one of my shows, and we're actually talking about rights that binds a woman. And she made a statement that when your husband passes, the first person you should call is a lawyer. And I was looking at her like this. Which is true. Logically, secular, it's been the secular world. But you call lawyer first. You are the one that kill him automatically. And guess what? You are just trying to protect your rights because of your... At the end of the day, of course, they will find out. Things will play out. Because the next time that you are probably sitting or seeing the family entirely, you will want to have your lawyer beside you so that you know the rules that guide. And if we now bring it back to the type of marriages we choose, maybe now there's more awareness and enlightenment.
Interestingly, I'll come to you in a second. There was a widow that I advised her because her husband had died. I know the woman. And before the man died, she had cared for this man, let's say, maybe 5-6 years. The man was sick. And she stayed with him. She cared for him, did everything. And then he passed on. And I think I went to their house the very second day. And she was there looking like a widow. I said, Auntie, clean your eyes. Immediately. This is not time. You've already shown that you're a good wife. You've been clean, you've been bathing this man, feeding him for 6 years. You have already, there's no cry you want to cry. I want to show that you're already a widow. We know. Clean it, dress up, look good. What you're going to do, you have to take charge of this house. After the funeral, you can now mourn. You will farabale mourn. Right now, you don't have anything to prove to anybody. Take charge of what's going on. These people they're vultures. They are coming to everything you have. So you need to, your eyes must be clear. They need to see that the general in this place. You are the matriarch. You are the one in charge. As they come in, let them know who's in charge. You call the shots. You tell them what they're doing. Every single thing, they must know who. Because there's no time for money. And we do that in Africa. We want everybody to see us that we are crying. You don't. I mean, yes, if you don't want, you want.
Before you open all your papers don't, because it's not judgment.
So, lawyer, as you said, I was going to corroborate what you said, that as a widow, yes, know what is going on. If you are lucky that your spouse was ill before, then you know that the end is imminent. Then you begin to think, because it doesn't make you a bad person. It just means that you have to think of the smart children. So, but again, it's a conversation we need to continue to have to educate and enlighten people. So you're not seen as the one that killed your spouse.
I actually agree with Dami, because you cannot erase the African mentality as regards to how they treat widow. You cannot. Yes, I actually like the fact that I see a lot of widows now taking it into their hands and not just relenting and crying. They are taking them to court. They are taking their in-laws to court. No, me and my husband, we built this empire together. You cannot just come from nowhere and take over this empire. I actually like that. But then again, I just want women to know that in as much as we are woke about the law, we should be woke about ourselves. We should be financially stable as a woman, even when you are married to a breadwinner. You talked about being married to a breadwinner. Yes, because if you are married to a breadwinner, everybody's eye will be on the man. Yes. To be honest, whether you like it or not, if you die, their eye will still be on what the man has. Can we know what he has? Give us his car. Give us his the land property. Give us this. But for you as a woman, you need to make sure that you hold yourself, guard yourself very well financially, so that when things like this happen, you can be able to get that lawyer, because getting the lawyer is not easy. It's not cheap. You can be able to get that lawyer, and you can be able to sue the family. In as much as I still advocate for women embracing their family, because I have seen it, to be honest, too. I've seen a lot of women, once they get married to the man, they'll be like, oh, it's just this man I got married to. So everything we do, like you make sure something very important. You said empower every other family member so that they can stop disturbing your.
It's the one that wants to be empowered. Some people don't want to be empowered.
No, to be honest, do your best. Do your best. To be honest, so that the weight on your husband will reduce. They will not be looking at their eye, their ego eye, or their eye.
And I think let me take this call from Samsoni. I can't see you, Dami. Samsoni, thanks for calling. You're live. Oh, I'm sorry, I lost my...
Yeah, so, and I think that, I just wanted to chip in, and I think that when you are empowering your family member, please, not just let your, no, if you want to empower your brothers, so that at least they can give your wife peace. Let your wife be aware. A bit of it, even if you don't want to go the length. Because a lot of women, I know a woman who, my friend's landlady, I used to go there, was when her husband died, she had to ask each tenant, how much are people paying for rent?
Nice.
And she cared for the man in the last 3 years before he passed. In fact, it was like, they said it was spiritual, they have shared demand. So imagine, the woman now, she's lounging from one omugwo to the other, but imagine she suffered with him for the last 3 years and he couldn't even open his mouth to say, oh, these are the things I have. So some men even still do themselves. They are the weapon fashioned against their wives that made them widows at that point, because some women don't know their length. They don't know their power. You discover that some women don't even know how many properties their husbands have to claim. Then family is that their name. It's not even, they don't even know.
Let me take Adeni and I'll come to you.
Okay, please.
Adeni, thanks for calling your live. Adeni, thanks for calling your live.
Yeah, thank you. Adeni is my name, calling from the sir.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm so much interested in the topic we are dealing with this morning. I'm a Yoruba person, majorly in Yoruba land. If a man dies and the family that rose up against the wife, know categorically that that woman is a bad and useless woman, even when the husband was alive. I have a brother that about 13 years ago he lost his first wife. He married he married another one. About 40 years ago now, I lost my brother. Had this been the first wife that was still in the house of my brother, I would be personally feel that woman away if I have that opportunity. But the second woman that was later married to my brother, we were all family. There are some of these women that the moment they come into a man's house, a man's life, they chase away all the family members. I'm happily married with 3 children. As I'm talking to you, I'm in an in-law place to come and mark the Christmas with the family. If I have capacity.
Sorry, Adeni, I'm sorry, I can't hear you in the studio. I think our viewers can hear you, but I think I picked up a few things. There was something that struck me when he was talking. You see, there's this perspective that some women come into your life and everything goes down for you. Or it's after this woman came in that her family, she separated her family to take back what belongs to your brother. That's my question.
You don't have that right. Maura, let me tell you, sometimes we assume there's love in the family till
tragedy
situation happens. And then you realize that love you were seeing is fake love. If a woman comes into, I'm talking about a good woman, I leave people that have ulterior motive. A good woman comes into a family and then starts to honest that, this your brother, the kind of conversations I've heard him say behind you, he doesn't love you. And then you interpret it as a scattering. It's not true love that she met there. Because she meets true love there. See people plotting against my husband. You think I will keep that love? No. I will separate them. Because I will, first of all, love my husband before I'm loving his mother and his father and his family members. Him first. Then I extend the love that I have for him to other people. So we always assume, I grew up from an extended polygamous family. And I know how this can be. A woman comes in, and what you have been doing to your brother since, she begins to unearth it. She begins to see through. She begins to say, these people don't like you. Protect yourself. Don't go for this meeting. Don't eat this fish. Don't do this. Don't do that. And then you start calling her because she's exposing you. You start saying that she's the one scattering the family because she's trying to
separate them further, even though you come in there and see this.
I cannot see somebody that wants to poison my husband and bring it to my house.
Yeah, but what we're saying is that what is it with them?
Not separating them further, but I'll protect my husband.
No, you can protect him, but then again, you can still call for unity.
No, so listen. If you already have a wicked mind against your brother, there's nothing I can do to change your mind.
But are you a sorcerer? Are you? How would you know he's a wicked man? Because sometimes, listen, you are absolutely correct.
Yes.
These scenarios exist.
Yes.
But what Uwe is trying to suggest
I grew up in one of the scenarios.
What Uwe is trying to suggest that some women, their own job also is to mend. You see the discord. Your job can be to be the glue that sticks together to reconcile.
Yeah. So it depends on how deep the discord has gotten. So if, for instance, it's just maybe flimsy,
official,
like, the two look person, only get the money, only in the chop arm. Those things are coming from somewhere. Then you can now tell your husband that, okay, we have to do this for this person. Please try and settle this person. Please try and do that. If the conversation, especially when it's not one mother that holds them together, if the conversation is now on, now you just sit down for this thing, maybe we come out, and you happen to hear that conversation, Uncle, you cannot come close to my house to eat anything with my husband. Because it's my husband first. I have to protect my husband. And I'm saying this from personal, I grew up into this sort of thing.
Takes me back,
and hold on, please. Let me just add a little. I knew how a particular woman came into the house. One of my stepmothers came into the house, and she was like, "What's going on here? Did we kill this man? What's happening?" And then it seemed like she was trying to push everybody away. They called her a bad person. Just because of that.
Definitely.
But we knew she was hearing conversations. She was
seeing things, reading between the lines.
Reading between the lines. They still frustrated her and felt she was the one that... The family was divided already. She didn't divide the family. So you, that you are the matriarch, as I'm betting my children now, and I'm telling them you must look out for your brother, you must look out for your sister, you must do... If that love is tight, there's nobody that can come and separate them. There's nobody, because they have real love. The problem will happen is that there's already envy between them.
There's a hole in the fence.
If there's a hole in the fence, somebody
only get wider.
And when you're trying to protect your own, they say you have divided the family, and that's where the frustration is.
Interesting.
So let's work on the love.
I like that angle. It's an interesting,
robust.
An angle for us to even to look at, and I think it's important. Also, excuse me, another part is where, see, my own is the respect for marriages from different parts. But also, I would like us to also respect our culture. Because part of, aside from the secular world, there's an eye that culture and tradition helps us. They do certain things because they want to protect us in a way that maybe the law cannot. So there are some husbands or women that need that kind of support. So you get an example of a woman who's trying to protect her husband. There's a mother, too, trying to protect her son. From a wife that she sees that, I want you not to marry this woman. But you have refused. This woman, but we see her as a wicked mother-in-law. So it depends on which lens you choose to look at this from. Because there are different angles. Because people say, I don't want to be a wicked mother-in-law. I've never wanted to be a wicked mother. But I've seen that this is my woman, this is my son. Picked a Jezebel. I cannot be alive. And said every single thing my son, because I know my son, he's a quiet guy, he's lovable, he's a lucky-go fellow, he's fun.
You know, this is an African setting.
You know this thing she said, I have a true life case. Like the man, he has 5 boys, and there's one of his boys, the wife, they don't mix with her. In fact, he repels him so much when he sees the grandchild from that particular son, and he cannot be that, he cannot connect with her as much as he wanted daughters. You understand? But he says because of the wife, I sat with him and I asked him, like, what exactly did she do? He said, no, the choice was just bad for him from the onset, but he chose. Now you are showing 4 others love, you send them on vacation, and you are excluding this one. You are eventually going to
He's not a good person as a man.
I said you are eventually going to create problem for them, because after you pass, they will now begin to look at all those things you deprived them of and the things that you gave the other party, and it will begin to form that discord.
So
and you
it
might
goes
not
back to what I'm saying, respect for choices. You might not like the choice. You might, in fact, it might be a bad choice. You might be totally correct that this is a horrible person. But because he's a grown adult. He has chosen, or she has chosen, can we as Africans, as cultural people, respect people's choices?
We need to start respecting people's choices. Even God gives us that free will. There's good and evil before you. Every day you have to choose which one. And nobody cuts your head for it. As long as you don't fall into the law and all of that, you get your consequences. But you have a right to choose. So let's allow people to choose. Even all this one that she just came into the house 5 years after he has made money. He chose her to come into the house for that 5 years.
What if she use jazz to take him?
It not concern you. Now he keep himself away if he collect jazz.
Now he lose guard.
Now he lose guard now. Now he go chop vegetable by himself. You take him there. No. That's one. That's 5 years or 3 years or 2 years. That person came into the house. There's an excitement your brother got from that person being in that space.
Does it need to?
She did her work. So allow her enjoy her benefits.
We have to wrap up on this topic.
Dividends.
Any comments? Are you not in the house with them? I would just say that for women, especially those that still have their husbands with them, just be smart about it. If your husband is buying property or investing in different things, make sure that your name and your husband's name is there, and make sure that the documents are secured. Very, very secured. And then for you as a person, just try and empower yourself. Try and get yourself involved. I don't want to hear that statement, my husband doesn't want me to work. No. Try and get yourself involved in something and earn money.
Some people still have my husband don't want me to work, but my own perspective is just that, please, as a woman, don't go in with 100%. Remain 2% for shock absorber, because the person that did not die can happen.
We have to wrap up, because in celebration we still have to celebrate our viewers. Thank you very much, ladies. Let's go on a very short break. When we come back, We'll see if we can give out some gifts to some people. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Hello, TVC Communications. How can I help?
What makes TVC the right choice for my business?
Excellent question, sir. Let me share some exciting facts with you.
Start your day on TVC Entertainment with Wake Up Nigeria, a family and lifestyle show. Your view empowers women globally.
It's your view, let it count.
Entertainment Splash delivers the hottest celebrity trends. On TVC News, we keep you informed with breaking news and in-depth analysis of events shaping the world.
I will continue to speak the truth.
TVC News at 7 and TVC News at 10 p.m. delivers the most important stories of the day. Max FM, your hit music radio station, captivates listeners daily across Lagos and Abuja, making every commute more enjoyable. Adaba 88.9 FM is not left out, as it is the voice of Southwest. And on TVC Digital, we reach to million viewers daily. All together, pulls in over 17 million viewers daily. Contact us on 0707-272-8338 or marketing at tvccommunications.tv. Partner with TVC Communications today. Let's grow together.
Thanks for staying with us. It's Christmas Day, so we just have to do a few things. What are you guys doing for celebration? I mean, what are your plans for today? Yeah, I'm doing jollof rice.
Yeah, I'm doing fried rice.
Okay.
I promised fried rice and turkey. I went to the cold room yesterday, so I bought turkey, I bought fish, red sniper, scaly fish. I bought Titus. I said,
that's for you and your partner?
Yeah, my family, I have two boys, but one has deserted me. In fact, he has not called since like a week that he left. I said, how do these children behave? So, but I know that we have other people in the house then. People will come in, birthdays.
Me, I'm expecting guests. My brother-in-law, his wife, 4 children, and another uncle. They're coming in tomorrow. It's going to be a full house. You know, I mean, I'm pretty excited to cook. I'm really excited to see how it goes. But
try a new menu.
Yeah, I'll try a few menu.
Yes. So don't stress somebody.
You see? I can see.
I plan to try new things this year, so we're going to be making salad dressings from scratch, about 4 recipes. I've been my kids to handle that. We're doing burrito for breakfast. I'm sure my daughter will have made it. Everything was prepped yesterday. When I get back, I made stew. So that there's anybody that is hungry later.
Like boiled rice.
Boiled rice, chopped bread.
Yes, I made stew yesterday. I made gizzard, peppered gizzard yesterday. And when I get back home, now I'm doing grilled fish.
I made a lot, so I do not collect visitors.
No, just for me and my family.
I'm going to have to
That's yam pepper soup, the local Robo one. I'm making that. And I'm doing a little coconut rice and jollof rice. Yeah.
Plus,
what are you having?
For me, yesterday I cooked stew, like you said. Day before yesterday, I cooked like 3 different kinds of soup: egusi, vegetable, yesterday I fried meat, but I ordered for jollof rice, patty jollof rice.
Oh, nice.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Me, I seasoned my turkey on Saturday. I brought it out last night. It's in the refrigerator, so when I get home, I'm putting it in the grill.
I think the bird.
You have your own bird. The bird is in the cup. I have a full bird. Yeah, I've seasoned nicely. You're gonna cut it up nicely.
That'll be
I have my jollof rice. I'm making nice jollof rice plantain. Look at my cameraman. Look at it.
You're doing this by yourself.
By myself. Me myself and I. I'm having plenty of visitors coming in tomorrow, so really excited. But ladies of your view would like to give out gifts to a few callers. So between now, the show ends in about 5 minutes. So if you can get 5 callers to just say hello to us, you get a gift. We'll send you some transactions. You know, we have 100,000 naira to give away.
It to them.
So let's see, I can give maybe 4 callers, 25,000 naira each. Yeah. So the next 4 callers or 5 callers, depending on how many callers, just come in, hello, hi, then we'll get your account number and next caller like that. If you can call us quickly, I'll be happy to. We give you the opportunity.
Everybody's dialing.
Please call your view now. Between now and the end of the show, you get 20,000 naira or 25,000 naira, depending on how many people call. So try to get.
Your time starts now.
Are they who? Adeni, thanks for calling Adeni. Congratulations. Adeni, what part of Nigeria? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Iyesi of Ogun State.
Oh, fantastic. So give the producer your... Or should I take it on air? Can I take it? No. What's your account number? Okay, let the producer collect your account number. Give the producer your account number.
Account number 01.
01. Go ahead.
321.
321.
66.
66.
Yes. 800.
800. What bank?
GTB.
GT Bank. And this is Adeni.
Adeni.
Yes.
Okay, congratulations. Let us see what I call her. Yeah. Adeni. Okay, fantastic.
Merry Christmas.
Congratulations. Merry Christmas, Adeni. Next caller, let us see. So we're going to transfer that. So, ladies, aside from that, but I mean, talking about food, what else have you given? Because Christmas is all the time, it's the season of giving. Have you guys done anything in the last 1 week, or what are you planning to do?
So I have a tradition where everybody around me would have a sense of Christmas.
Nice.
And I start from my home, my workers, my colleagues, my people around me, basically. So it's what we do every year. That's, in fact, before I start buying my own things in the house, I make sure I earmark what I want to use to support people, just to make everybody happy. My workers went home with their rice and their stuff, not to mention, and also extra. I do bonus.
Florence, hanging there, chill.
As well.
Florence, I have Florence. Thank you, BC. 1 second. Thanks for calling, Florence. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations! So, what's your account number? What's your account number?
Okay, 040
040
66
82
697.
697. What bank?
Wema Bank.
Wema. Fantastic. Okay. Right. You're going to get money from us. Well, congratulations. Merry Christmas. Fantastic. So you're saying?
So just make sure everybody's happy. Then home front, my mommy, daddy, everybody's just good.
Nice.
I try to settle everybody. And God has been so good to provide. It never gets to a point where I'm thinking, where do I get this?
But it's a principle.
There's
Give
always,
and it shall be given
there's always
back.
provision for it. So everybody's always like, this Christmas, this is... Some will even remind me, how far now? What's going on? What are we doing this year? And all of that. Just make sure that people around me are happy. By God's grace, later we can now extend to the world as all comes.
I think my birthday Friday, I plan to do an outreach for 200 people, just give them food. But I'm thinking that I want to do it in 2 parts. 100 for officials on the road, LASMA, police officers that are on duty on that day. So I'm going to drive round Lagos, at least a few axes, so I'm not born for it too much. Give them give them food and drink packed already. There's this Christmas feeling attributed to food. Even if you give raw, if they still see that jollof, smoky jollof, it's like, there's the feel of party. So for my birthday on
Friday. Pause a second, I have Kemi. So Adeni, I've sent the money to you. Hopefully you should have gotten it by now. So then you should have got it. Let me cancel that one. I'm going to send it 2 times. Kemi, thanks for calling. You're live.
There won't be a stampede of.
Congratulations, Kemi. Your caller number 3. What's your bank number? Account details.
Account number.
Yes.
3030 46 00
78. What bank?
Polaris.
Polaris. Okay. Fantastic. Congratulations. One more caller.
Merry Christmas.
Just so, Adeni, thanks for calling. I sent you 25,000.
Congratulations. One more caller.
So we did one more caller and we're done. So we have Adeni, Florence, Kemi, and then we have one more caller and then we're done.
Yeah,
fantastic.
For me, what I did, just the same thing with MBC, I actually gave my family, my in-laws, I gave them something, at least bad as bad. And then I wanted my child to have a feel of the season too. So we bought like snacks, and then we went to the street, because in that Lekki area, you have a lot of people just standing, a lot of children. So I was particular about her giving them. So she was one giving them the biscuits, the sweets, the juice, and everything.
Fantastic. We have our last caller. And your love, thanks for calling. Please, what's your account number? Account number, quick.
2000.
2000.
Okay.
32
62 14. Which bank?
Kuda Bank.
Kuda.
Oh, Kuda. Congratulations, Eniola. Merry Christmas. So mean, the ladies of your view, because the truth that we had so much to do, so we just said, you know what, let's see how we can give out cash to our viewers and callers. So that's 100,000 naira to go into 4 people. That's 25,000 naira each. It's not much, but at least it can be to manage it for this Christmas. Yes. So have a merry Christmas, guys. Thank you. Any final words? We have to thank to Zain Safari or Sarari. Zain Sarari for the beautiful decoration for our studio last minute. We called them like 24 hours. And they came up. Thank you so much, Zain, for this beautiful decoration for our set. It's our last time we're using the set. Please, ladies. Yes. Next time you see your view live, the new set. Everyone will see you on the new set. Have a fabulous Christmas. See you then. Bye for now.